So we have completed two bones just near the hock joint. This is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us start. So today we will discuss about the tarsal bone. You know tarsal bone? What is tarsal bone? Where it located? If anybody asks to you what is tarsal bones, so first we should must define, because in first classes it was defined the bones according to their shape and size. Okay, somewhat long bone, irregular bone, a splanchnic bone, like that. So here also the tarsal is a small bone or regular bone. Akanksha,
Yes, sir.
tarsal is a regular bone or small bone.
So, small bone.
Small bone, right? So anybody asked you what is tarsal bone, first you define it is a small bones, mainly located on the hand limb, located on the hand limb on which joint? Which joint? Where it
Hop
present?
joint, sir.
Hock joint, right? So it is
Yes.
a small. Is it a irregular bone? If anybody say this is the irregular one, true and false. Tarsal is a
False.
false, right? It is a small bones located near the hock joint in between distal end of and tibia and fibula and proximal end of
Uh,
Metatarsal.
metatarsal, right?
Metatarsal.
So in the different domesticated animal, there are number are difference. So let us start with the ox. Ox contains 5 tarsal bones and they located in 3 rows. We have already discussed in the joint when discussed about the joint of this hind limb. So this is located in between distal end of tibia fibula and proximal end of metatarsal. And here position is 3 row. Proximal row contain tibial tarsal, fibular tarsal, and in between below that fused center plus 4 first and second third fused tarsal. We have already seen. So you see here, this is the photograph of this is tibia bone. This is the metatarsal. In between these 5 bones located, this long bone is fibular bone just facing towards the fibula, because fibula located on the lateral aspect. So this is the fibular tarsal, and below the tibia, this is the tibial tarsal. This is the tibial tarsal, and this one is central plus fourth fused tarsal. This is the central plus fourth fused tarsal, and this is second plus third, and just anterior to this one is the first tarsal. Okay, so 5 tarsal. This long सबसे बड़ा सबसे longest is the fibular tarsal, tibial tarsal, central plus fourth fused, and second and third fused, and first is very small nodules like. Here you also, so this is the fibular, this is the tibial, and below that center plus fourth, this is the second plus third, and here is the first tarsal. So one by one we will go through their descriptions. This is the fibular tarsal. You see here, this is the fibular tarsal, this is the tibial tarsal, this is center plus fourth, and this one is the second plus third, this is the first. So positions as per this location, it is the clear, and we will discuss according to their shape and size each and every bones of this tarsal. So you see here, this is the fibular tarsal. First we see the pictures, later on we go the theoretical points. So in these bones, this fibular tarsal mainly contains 2 parts. One is the body, from here to here is body, here to here is body, and these B portions indicated is the process. This is the process. This is body from here to here, and this is the process. So in this case, this body contains proximally a tubular part. This is the tubular part. This is known as tuberculosis. This is known as tuberculosis. First, this is the long bone, a long elongated bone among the tarsal bone and contains two parts. One is body from here to here, another is process. This is facing towards the medial side, so in known as medial process. Body hall is from proximal into distal in. Proximally becomes a tubular structure that is known as tuberculosis. So see here, regarding this bone is also known as os calcis or calcaneus bones. Tubular tarsal is also known as os calcis and calcaneus bone. First point is the largest tarsal bones located positerolateral to the tibial tarsal. Positerolateral to the tibial tarsal. For description, it contains a body and a medial process. We have already seen body and a median process. Body and a process. This is the body and this is the process. This is the process. Later on, we go through what contains body and what contains process. So this body is prolonged above and forms a tuberous structure. Forms a tuberous structure. This tuberous structure is called tuberculosis or calcaneus tubercle or point of Hall. And this is for the insertion of the tendon of the gastrocnemius muscle that is called Achilles tendon. That is called Achilles tendon. This point, tuberculosis, is for the insertion of gastrocnemius muscles. We see in our body also gastrocnemius muscles is present. You see just posterior to the tibia. One is the voluminous muscles. We can feel below posterior to the tibia, the voluminous muscles is known as gastrocnemius muscle. He reaches up to the plantar region in human being and animal also. These plantar regions finally converted in a tendinous structure that is known as Achilles tendon. We have already discussed the history of why their nomenclature is given the Achilles tendon. And this is also known as point of Hock. This is also known as point of Hock. During the milking, we know during the milking, milkmen tie their rope just to the point of Hock to control the animals. So this is nothing but this is the point of Hock, which present. This is the point of Hock, mainly responsible for the formation of this tubular tarsal, not a whole structures but tubercle part. This is known as tuberculosis, and this tuberculosis is for the insertion of muscles, mainly the tendinous part that is known as gastrocnemius muscle, and its tendon is known as Achilles tendon. So I think this is clear. And medial process, thick and projected medially. This is known as sustentaculum tali. This is known as sustentaculum tali. I all remember during my BPSC interview, first question was raised by one of the expert, what is sustentaculum tali? Then my answer was sustentaculum tali is made up of three words, sustenta and culum. Sustentaculum and tali. Sustenta, which gives the supports. Culum means pulley-like. So this is the pulley-like. Sustenta gives supports. Talum, pulley-like insertion, and tali is the insertion of some part of the tendon of the gastrocnemius muscle. So here the gastrocnemius muscle tendon, Achilles tendon are inserted, and some part also comes here. So medial process goes facing towards the medially, that is in the form of a process that is known as sustentaculum tali, which located on their medial aspect. So medial process are thick, projected, extended, which articulated with the tibial tarsal, and that is known as sustentaculum tali. Okay, and lateral face of the body is flat, rough, while the medial present the two facets of the tibial tarsal. Now, for the total descriptions of this fibular tarsal, sir, fibular tarsal is the largest tarsal bone of the Hock joint, which for description contains two main structures. One is the body and one is the process. Body proximally converted in the tuberous part, that is known as tuberculosis, which is for the insertion of tendon of gastrocnemius muscles, that is the Achilles tendon, and also known as point of Hock. And medially having a process that is known as sustentaculum tali, which is for the articulation of the tibial tarsal bones and also for the insertion of some part of the gastrocnemius muscles. And having the two surfaces. This is the lateral surface and this is the medial surface. This is the lateral surface, and this is the medial surface. This is the medial surface, C and D. So, Kushag, tell me, which tarsal bones comes in contact with C and D, according to this bones, according to this location. Here, which bones comes in contact with? This is the medial part, na? Rohit?
Yes, sir.
This is the medial part, okay? So which bone comes in contact with the medial part?
So yeah, distal end of tibia, sir, malleolus, or
Next.
the tibial tarsal.
Tibial tarsal, right? Tibial tarsal, this one comes in contact with this one. So for total description, this bone contains a process, a body, process, and two surface. This is the lateral surface, this is the medial surface. So lateral surface is somewhat smooth and irregular in shape. This is the medial surface for the articulation of the tibial tarsal, and here is the tibia bone, and process, medially having a process, this is known as sustentaculum tali. So I think this is completed about the fibular tarsal. So you see here the structure of fibular tarsal is also, this is the fibular tarsal from here to here, this is the fibular tarsal from here to here, this is the lateral surface, this is the medial surface, and this medial articular surface articulate with this the tibia bone, this tibia bone, this tibia bone, and proximally having the tuberous structure that is known as tuberculosis. And this is the also fibular tarsal. This is part where the tibial bones comes in contact with the fibular tarsal. So I think fibular tarsal is completed. Only 2-3 point is important. One is, sir, this is the largest bone of the hock region, largest tarsal bone, and for description contains two major parts. One is the body, another is the process. Body proximally having a tuberous structure, tuberculosis, and process medially having a process that is known as sustentaculum tali. What is the role of body? We have already discussed. What is the role of sustentaculum tali? And having two surface, this is the lateral surface, which is somewhat smooth and irregular distally, and this is the medial surface. This medial surface is for the articulation or attachment of the tibial tarsal as well as the tibial bone. So I think this is clear. Now, second bone of this series is tibial tarsal. This is the tibial tarsal. You see here, this is the tibial tarsal. This is the tibial tarsal. This is the second largest bone of the tibial tarsal. Second largest bone of the tarsal bone, that is the tibial tarsal. For description, this is the tibial tarsal. This is the real picture which are the from the wildlife animals, somewhat similar to the ruminant, and that was also one of my research project of the osteology of this tarsal bone. So for description, this is the tarsal bone. For description, it contains 6 surfaces. So how 6 surfaces, sir? So this is the proximal face, proximal part, proximal surface. This is the distal surface. Clear? This is the proximal surface. This is the distal. Too clear? This is the anterior surface. A is anterior, and B is posterior surface. So I think 4 is clear. Proximal surface, distal surface, anterior surface, and posterior surface. Now 2 remaining. One is lateral, another is medial. So this is lateral and this opposite is medial. So 6 surfaces is clear. So anybody asks to you what is tibial tarsal, then you say that it is the second largest tarsal bones located in between. Name indicated tibial tarsal because it's just located below the tibia bones. Below the tibia bones, because we have gone through the tibia bones distally having a 2 facet, and laterally tibia bone having the 2 malleolus, medially medial malleolus and laterally lateral malleolus. In between 2 malleolus, there is a gap where this proximal end comes in contact with this tarsal, this tibia bone. So tibial tarsal is the second largest tarsal bone located just below the tibia bone and above the central plus 4th fused bone. Above the central plus 4th fused bone. You see here the position. This is the tibia bone. This is the tibia bone, and this is the second plus central plus 4th fused. So below, above this and below tibial tarsals, it is their position of the tibial tarsal bone. And for description, it contains 6 surfaces: proximal surface, distal surface, anterior surface, posterior surface, this one, and lateral surface, medial surface. So that's all about the tibial tarsal bones. So you come here. So what is tibial tarsal? So tibial tarsal is the plate-like bone. Also, sorry, tibial tarsal is second largest bone, also known as a talus or as strangulus. Another name of tibial tarsal. Sometimes it may comes in the objective, fill in the blank. What is talus bone is also known as fill in the blank. Astrangulus is also known as fill in the blank. So tarsal bone, this tibial tarsal, located just below the tibia bone. We have already discussed. Elongated pulley-like structures, and for description, it contains 6 surfaces. Those we have already described in the picture. This posterior, distal, anterior, posterior, lateral, and medial. And what are the structures which comes in this surface? The proximal face having a trochlea with 2 ridges, which articulated with the distal end of tibia. So you see here, this is the proximal end, this is the proximal end, and this is the distal end. So one by one we come here. So proximal it contains trochlea with 2 vertical ridges which are attached with the distal end of tibia. Distal end having the 2 condyle articulated with the center plus fused. We have already seen the position, how we located. So distal face it comes in contact with the center plus 4th fused tarsal. Anterior face having a fossa. Anterior. You see here. This is the anterior surface from here to here, and this fossa. This is A indicate fossa which presents only on its the anterior part of the tibial bone, and posterior face is a smooth. You see here, B indicate in this picture, B indicate posterior. This is the smooth, and shape is concave. So we completed 4 surface. Proximal surface having 2 trochlea which formed by the 2 ridge which comes in contact with the tibia, and distally having the 2 condyles which comes in contact with the center plus 4th tarsal, and anterior having a fossa, deep fossa, and posterior is smooth. Lateral face is more depressed and show 2 facets for the fibular tarsal. Lateral face, you see here, this part we have discussed now. The medial part of the fibular tarsal comes in contact with the tibial tarsal. This medial tarsal, that means it's medial and it's lateral. The lateral part of this tarsal comes in contact with the medial part of the fibular tarsal. So out of 5 surface, this lateral surface of the tibial bones comes in contact with the medial surface of the fibular bone. Lateral surface is smooth ridge and having 2 facets for the fibular tarsal. And last is the medial surface. Medial surface is also flat and rough. For the description of this bone, tarsal bone, if anybody asks to you, question may come 2-3 numbers. So first you describe, sir, it is the second largest bone of the tarsal bone and located in between, below the distal end of tibia and above the center plus 4. For descriptions, having 4 surface: proximal, distal, anterior, posterior, lateral, and medial. Proximal surface, because it comes in contact with the distal end of tibia, having the 2 more deep fossa, which is for the attachment of trochlea of the tibia, and they are divided to each other by a vertical ridge. This is the vertical ridge. And distal surface is having 2 condyles. This is 2 condyles which comes in contact with center plus 4th fused tarsus. Anterior surface having a fossa. Sometimes this is also known as synovial fossa. This fossa, and posterior surface is a smooth and concave. 4 surfaces completed. One is the lateral surface, another is the medial surface. So this is the lateral surface having the 2 facets here, which comes in contact with the medial surface of fibular tarsal, and lateral surface is rough and somewhat flat. So I think this is clear. If anybody asks to you regarding this bones, tarsal bone, so certainly located where its position, and also known as talus, astrangulus, its position, and for description contains 6 surfaces, and each surface having a peculiar structure. So next is central plus fourth fused tarsal. Central plus fourth fused tarsal is also known as scaphocoid. Scaphocoid. It is a plate-like bone. This central plus fourth is a plate-like bone. You see here, this is the central plus fourth is plate-like bone. So proximally, ऊपर की तरफ, it comes in contact with the condyle of this tibial tarsal, and its part is also comes in contact with some parts of distal part or medial part of the fibular tarsal, and distally is in contact with second and third fused नीचे की तरफ, and anteriorly आगे की तरफ a small bone. This is the first tarsal. So proximally it contacts with the two bones, fibular and tibial tarsal. Most of the part is occupied by the tibial tarsal and little bit the fibular tarsal. And distally with second plus third fused tarsal and some part little bit the first tarsal. So it is the position of the second center plus fourth fused tarsal. So if anybody asks you what is center plus third fused tarsal, sir, it is the third largest bones of this tarsal series, located in between below the tibial tarsal and fibular tarsal and above the second plus third fused and first tarsal. And for description, it also contains six surface like the tibial tarsal. For descriptions, it also contains the six surface. So first we know another name of this tarsal is also known as a scaphocoid, and for descriptions, it look like a plate-like and extend throughout the entire series of the joint. When we observe these bones, central plus fourth, it covers the whole structure from lateral side to the medial side of this joint and located centrally. Its position is centrally. So extend throughout the entire thickness of this joint and having six surface: proximal surface, distal, anterior, posterior, lateral, and medial. So this proximal surface or dorsal surface comes having two concave area. This concave area which is for the condyle of which tarsal? Condyle of tibial tarsal. Tibial tarsal comes in contact with anterior part, dorsal part or proximal end of the central plus fourth fused tarsal. So indicate dorsal surface contains the two concave area for the condyle of tibial tarsal, and distal face is uneven, which is for the second plus third. Medial half of the higher in level and present the large facet in front of the second and third tarsal is a small facet behind the first tarsal. This is not important. And lateral facet present the two facets separated to each other transversely for the large metatarsal. They indicate this part lateral surface, this part is fibula is this one. So this lateral part here it comes in contact with the large metatarsal, because below this bones metatarsal is coming. So this part, lateral part, comes in contact with the proximal end of large metatarsal. So anterior, lateral, and medial, rough and continuous, means somewhat semicircle in outline. Anterior, lateral, and medial. You see, this is the anterior, this is the lateral, this is the anterior, this is the lateral, and below that is this side, this is medial. Anterior, lateral, and medial, they are continuous. There is no any separation or demarcation. This is the anterior, continuous comes in this medial, and in this side lateral. These three surfaces are in semicircle in outline, and posterior is erector. So if anybody asks you what is central plus fourth tarsal, then you have to sir, this is the another name of a scaphocoid, and this is the plate-like bone which located in between above tibial and fibular tarsal, below second, third fused and first, and for description it contains six surfaces, and these bones occupied the area of throughout the length of this joint, from anterior to posterior, lateral to medial, all area covered by this central bone, that is the central plus fourth fused tarsal. And for description, having four surface, we have already indicated six surface. We have already indicated it located below the tibial, tarsal, and fibular. So most of the part proximal in having a two concavity for the condyle of tibia, distal in the deviant, which comes in contact with the second plus third, and laterally distal in ka lateral part having a transverse groove which comes. We have already seen this lateral distal in ka this part lateral having a this is the transverse groove which is for the attachment of large metatarsal bone. And out of six surface, three surface, anterior, lateral, and medial are in the form of semicircle. There is no any demarcation outline, and which form the continuous line, and posterior is irregular. So I think this is also clear regarding central plus fourth tarsal. Next is the fourth tarsal. Fourth number is smallest is first tarsal. This is also known as cuneiform parvum. We must know the another name of this bone. So this is the first tarsal cuneiform parvum. It is a small round piece of the bones or look like a small nodules situated at the positero-lateral aspect. Positero-medial aspect of this tarsal series. Situated at the positero-medial aspect of the tarsal series and having three articulations in three surfaces: proximal surface, distal surface, and anterior surface. Proximal surface we have already discussed, because this central plus fourth distally comes in contact with second plus third fused and first tarsal. Second plus third fused and first tarsal. So proximally, uska distal iska proximal, it comes in contact with central plus third, and distal is in contact with the large metatarsal bone, because another long bone becomes a start, large metatarsal bone, and anterior face because it's located just below the second behind the second plus third. So anterior face is in contact with the second plus third fused tarsal. So anybody asks to you first tarsal, this is the nodule, very small tarsal bone of the series, and located in between, we can say, the distal row, located in between the distal row of tarsal series above the metatarsal and below the center plus third fused tarsal and behind the second plus third fused tarsal. So I think this is okay. This tarsal bone is okay. So we have completed the first tarsal. Next, remaining tarsal is second plus third fused tarsal. Second plus third fused tarsal. This is also known as cuneiform magnum. Cuneiform magnum, second plus third tarsal. This is located in the distal series of this bone, known as cuneiform tarsum. It looks like 1/4 of the coin. जब हम एक सिक्के को देखें, कोई भी सिक्का हो, उसका 1/4 आप काट दें, उस तरह का दिखता है. It looks like 1/4 of the coin. Placed below, already we have discussed, its position is just below the center plus fourth and above the large metatarsal. So for description, it also contains 6 surface. अगर हम एक सिक्के को काटते हैं 1/4 में, तो उसका भी 6 सरफेस बनेगा. कौन-कौन? ऊपर की तरफ, नीचे की तरफ, दाएं बाएं, लेटरल मीडियल, आगे पीछे, एंटीरियर पोस्टीरियर. So proximal face convexo concave, concavo convex, which is for the articulation for the center plus fourth fused and distal with the metatarsal. Plantar, you know plantar surface, posterior surface with plantar surface. Posterior having the facet for the first tarsal and anterior like this one, second plus central plus fourth fused tarsal, like anterior, lateral, and medial face continuous and convex and rough. Okay, so that's all about the tarsal bone of this ox. So we have completed within 1 minute. If anybody asks to you what is tarsal bone, so it is the small bone located in the hock regions, proximally articulate with the tibial tarsal and tibia fibula and distally with the metatarsal. For description, it contains the 5 bones and located in 3 rows. Proximal row contains fibular and tibial tarsal. Distal row contains second, third fused and first, and middle, center plus fourth fused. So fibular tarsal, for description, only 2 important points. One body is the one process. And regarding the tibial tarsal, it is located just below the tibia, and for description having the 6th surface. Next is the next bone is the first tarsal, is the smallest nodules-like bone, located just below the tibial tarsal, center plus fourth fused tarsal, and for description having only 3 surfaces. Proximal distal, we know proximal below the center plus fourth, distal metatarsal, and anterior to the second plus third. I think this is clear. And now for the important point of view, only in the another species, number is important. How many tarsals are present in the different species? So in ox, 5 tarsal. In sheep, goat, this is similar to that.